Let's go straight to Sam because he's got his selections which will come up on the screen.
Yeah, you're going to have to be quick to get my first one. It's Benvolio in the 12.55 at Haydock. The form from the win last time out is really holding up well. I've written off the fall the time before that. My other selections today, Mary King, we've already spoken about it. I agree with Catherine Fry. I think the race that he has been previously quite difficult, but hopefully today off this mark should make it a win for Mary King. Wolf in the Haydock's last race. Paddy Ren was going from Ascot back up there. Jimmy mentioned it earlier. I think he's going for this one. Have a look at the form. Me and Luke Elder love this horse. And then my final pick is Irish Saint at Ascot. You've got to forgive this horse a little bit for this season, but if you go back in time, it's been a very good performer for Paul Nicholls. That's Pete with his.
Right, I'm going to quickly go through my selections because one of mine comes up at 1 o'clock and it's over in Ireland. I did put Rule of the World this morning. It can't possibly win it. It's Rule the World in the 1 o'clock at Nace. I think that's got an excellent chance. 1:15 at Ascot, King Laura. I think that'll win, and we've already discussed Mickey in the 150. I think that'll win the mare's race. We are now going to look at your selections, Jimmy. Neck is on the line. Come on, what are they?
Wasn't that good last week, but I've gone for Melodic Rendezvous in the 240 at Haydock. I just think the ground will suit. There was excuses last time at Newcastle, so yeah, I like him. I think he's a bit older than Pitzig. That's why I've gone against him. So that's my reason for him. Renard, again, you can't look away from Venetia Williams' horse at the minute. They're in great form, love heavy ground. He's won his last two. Yeah, I can't get away from him. Chance to Ride, we just spoke about, and Summersby we've also spoke about. But again, if people weren't watching when I did speak about Summersby, course form, Ascot, everything about the place, he loves it.
So we're going for the 4 winners there.
4 winners, yeah.
Simple. 4 winners, simple. Simple. And another, I wasn't going to say Billy Simple, but maybe we should go to you, Dick.
Well, it wouldn't be the first one to suggest that, to be fair.
Let's have a look at your selections. I don't know if you've gone for 3 or 4.
Yeah, I've gone for 4, yeah.
Gone for 4,
yes.
Right, what are they?
We're going to kick off with the 225 at Ascot Imperial Leader. I think he's the value in this race. He's at around 10 or 12 to 1. This horse had some good form last year behind the likes of Melodic Rendezvous, beat Ballyalton as well at Southwell, was well backed in his last start at Newbury in a competitive handicap. But after travelling well and jumped quite well early, he looked to be a little bit one pace to me, and he terrible blunder at the second last. Put dividends to any chance he had. But back at Ascot now, a proper galloping track on heavy ground. I think stamina might come into play today, and he's the value pick in the race. Second selection of the day goes at Naas, is the 245 Drumlee. This is the Charlie Swan horse. This horse is actually from the family of Brave Inca, former champion hurdle winner, picked up by JP McManus after he won his bumper at Thurles. Then went to the champion bumper, failed to fire, has since gone over hurdles, is running 4 strong novice maiden events this year and has caught the eye on 2 of them, especially 2 starts back behind Sizing, Tennessee. Big field, strong gallop today in handicap company for the first time. I think he can go well. We've already touched on Grandiose, so I will admit the ground is a bit of a worry there. But you know, I think he has a touch of class about him. I'm hoping he can go well. And we've already touched on Chance to Ride, definitely the race value. You know, I'm just under Tom O'Brien. Tom's, you know, very underrated. I'm hoping he can score. So 4 value selections
after today so far. But Billy, Billy's big ones. Let's have a look at them, shall we?
Yes, indeed. We've gone for 2 over the jumps and 2 on my preferred surface, the all-weather. The jumpers I spoke about, Big Fella Thanks. I really do think this 12-year-old Tom George has found the perfect race for him. Giving weight to lesser rivals, the trip will suit him. Will go through the ground. He runs in the 3 o'clock at Ascot. I'm a big fan of him. Also over the jumps, Sydney Paget in the 3:15 Haydock, the Peter Marsh. Really second season chaser with Donald McCain. He's bred to improve with time and distance. He was really impressive on his comeback. He ran a bad one last time, prepared to forgive him that. He's 8 to 1, it's a cracking price. I'm going to take on the guys here, go with him. A couple at Lingfield we've got. 235 Queen Aggie. This is a 6 furlong sprint handicap. It's part of the sprint series, which David Evans does love, and he throws a lot of horses at this. He's got 3 in this, including Queen Aggie, who didn't really progress from a promising start, but her last couple of runs she's been able to drop down to Class 5 company. Been running over 8-9 furlongs. Today she's dropping down to 6. 6-7 furlongs I think suits her better. She can finish really well from a strong pace. She'll get a strong pace today. She's worth a bet, definitely. Big prices. Tagula Knight in the same race I'd also be interested in. You know, that's a front runner, so Tagula Knight would be a saver, but Queen Aggie in the 235. In the 345, going for Mark Johnson horse Favourite Treat. He's only had 9 races, got scope to improve. I think 3 runs ago he was second to Verse of Love. Raced prominently. They looked like they were going to swamp him in the final half furlong, but he battled back really well to grab second. And next time out he was behind a stablemate. Last time out he was caught wide, he pulled hard, he's still got potential. Now if I know anything about prices and betting, he's been matched at 65s on Betfair, which is a massive price. I thought 14-1 was quite good value, so that's my last one. Favourite Treat, 345, 2 on the sand, 2 on the grass. There's a winner in there somewhere.
Billy, because we do have a race to cover. Let's go with the wheel.
Thanks, Pete. 2 at Haydock for me and 1 at Ascot this week. My 1 at Ascot is Imperial Leader in the 225. Declan already made a good case for Imperial Leader earlier on. Was beat Ballyalton at Southall last year in a novice hurdle and clearly needed the comeback effort at Newbury. I think that one will go well and looks quite well handicapped at a double-figure price. And the 2 at Haydock, Meadowcroft Boy, who's still unbeaten in the Supreme Trial novices hurdle at 205. If that was trained by Nicky Henderson, I'm sure Meadowcroft Boy would be much, much shorter. The fact he's trained by Alistair Willans means you get a bit more value. And Woof, finally, in the final race. I know Sam tipped Woof up as well earlier on. Really likeable effort that you touched to last time out. Paddy Brennan and Tom George just teamed up for a winner at Ascot. They're both flying up to Haydock, and hopefully Woof can win the finale up there.